Welcome everybody to my newest Let's Play, the Final Fantasy Adventure for the Nintendo Game Boy, released in 1991 by Squaresoft. Tree of Mana grows with the energy of will from each and everything of this world. That's kind of like the Force. It grows high above the clouds in the air on top of Mount Illusia. Legend tells that it gives eternal power to the one who touched it. Dark Lord was trying to find the way to the Tree of Mana to get the mighty power to conquer the world. I wonder how he recruits people with a name like Dark Lord. You know, obviously he's evil, but he will not be the big bad, the entire big bad in this game. So, but we have a dual protagonist. We have a boy and a girl, and our boy protagonist is going to be Draven. Unfortunately, we only get 4 letters, so we're going to skip the vowels. And the girl protagonist is going to be Badger. You get to see their little pictures on the thumbnail. So we start off with combat right here. It kind of reminds you of Legend of Zelda, like an overhead view. But there's RPG elements, so you get hit points, magic points. I'll go over all that stuff. But let's just talk about this first boss here. He's just moves around in the W pattern. 8 swings of your sword is all it takes to defeat him. And if you just stay where you're at, he won't be able to hit you. At the end, though, you have to walk away or else the explosion will take out some hit points. But it doesn't matter right now because you're going to heal up right here when you head back into the gladiator room. Draven and friends were forced to fight every day just for the entertainment of Dark Lord. Yes, we were like a captured gladiator. Many fighters have fallen from their wounds. And we're going to meet one of them right now. One of our friends. Right there. Willy! Willy! Draven! Mana is in danger now. We must let the Gemma Knights know about it. We'll learn about them in a little bit. Gemma? See Bogard at the falls. So we have our first mission. We've got to escape first. He is a Gemma Knight. He should know what to do. Gemma? Mana? What are they? Willy? Willy! Of course, we'll learn all this stuff as we go along. And Willy passed away. We can talk with him one last time, and we vow to avenge Willy. Head up here, we got some more gladiators. The entrance for the monsters leads to outside. Take your chance. And we have another person here, Amanda. I'm sorry about Willy. We have to get out of here. So Amanda's going to be important later because she was given a name, so I want to go home and see my little brother. That other guy, not so important. A lot of these, this game wasn't a Final Fantasy game, it was actually the first in the Secret of Mana series. But they named it Final Fantasy Adventure to take advantage of the Final Fantasy name over in America, the popularity of it. So we gotta fight this guy again, same thing. We're gonna just stand where we're at. The game puts you right in a safe spot. So all you have to do is just stand here and swing. Like I said, on the 8th swing you want to start walking away because the explosion will occur and that can damage you. It takes off only 1 hit point, but still, we don't want to. We're really weak right now. We only have 19 hit points, so. And here we are outside. Just we have to head to the left, but I'm just going to show these areas off because we're going to be coming back here much later in the game. So we're going to see these screens again, so I just want to point them out early. They close the gate on us. And to the left is where we're going to basically start the game. Then we're going to come down this way here first to see this little dead end. And then we're going to head to the left to get like a opening cutscene. And it's Dark Lord. Dark Lord and Julius. Julius is the guy on the right. Dark Lord is the one on the left. What's going on? Obviously, you guys whispering that because they don't see him, so. You say the mana tree is above the falls? Yes, sir. The tree is in a shrine up there. How do I get there? Up the falls. Climb. Miracles occur sometimes, Sir Dark Lord. How? A girl has the keys to it. A girl. Would it be Badger? We'll find out. Good, work hard on it. Yes, sir. And with that, he's going to teleport away. And when he disappears, that opens up the line of sight for Dark Lord to see us. What? Who is it? We're gonna run away. Because Dark Lord, he's way too strong for us. He's gonna demonstrate something that we can do later on. The Shield Bash. I won't let you leave here alive. If your defense is higher than the enemy's body damage, you can push them with your shield. So the Dark Lord obviously has pretty powerful and we're pretty weak. So he manages to push us with his shield over the edge of the cliff. But it's like all Final Fantasy games. You never take fall damage. So even despite falling down that big waterfall, Draven is just like, ouch, where am I? And pressing the select button, we can pull up our map. Doesn't really show you much, it just shows you where like some villages are, so it looks like three squares to the right and then one south is a village that we can go to. Here's our status. Stamina is your defense, power is your offense, wisdom is your magical power, will is a factor that determines how fast that bar on the bottom fills up. So when the bar hits to the max, you get to do a special attack with your weapon. If you use magic with the bar full, you do 4 times the damage, and you do twice the damage with a regular melee attack. So different weapons do different things. So we've got some enemies here. Enemies like Zelda, if you don't defeat all of them and you come back, they'll respawn, but if you defeat all the enemies, it takes a few screens. You have to walk through, I think, 3 new different screens to have them restart each other. So, right there, each enemy we defeated gave us 1 experience point. When we hit 16, we'll level up, and we get to choose what we want to level in this game. And I'll go over that once we get to that point. But for now, we just wander around taking these guys out. That candy that we got from the treasure chest, that restores 8 hit points if you use it. You select that with your item command by pressing the start button, and we'll go over that in a little bit. So here's the other 2 enemies in this area. We only have mushrooms, these goblin enemies, rabbit enemies, and imp enemies. So we just wander around with our sword. Pressing the A button makes you swing it. Pressing the direction button and the A button at the same time makes you do like a stab with it. So that's sometimes you see he stabs and other times he swings. Depends on if I'm hitting a direction pad. So right now, based on what you choose, if you take power, you get 2 to your power, 1 to your stamina, 1 to your will. If you choose wisdom, you get 2 to your wisdom, 1 to your will, 1 to your stamina, 2 to stamina, 1 to wisdom, 1 to will. Will, you get 2 to will, 1 to wisdom, 1 to stamina. So you have 1 above. You can max everything out at 99. So I'm going to get everything to 99. But because we started with a level above, we're stats 2 at level 1. The first 2 levels I'm going to take stamina. Because stamina determines how many hit points you get at your next level up, and it also increases your defense. So I'm just going to take those 2, and then after that, then I'm going to start alternating power and wisdom. And by doing that, I'll end up getting 99 in all the stats if I reach 99. You don't have to reach level 99 to beat the game. You can probably beat around like level 35 or so. But you know, I like to get things up to the max stats, so for the bonus episode. So just wandering around here. We could have went to that village, but before we can really do anything in the village, we want to head over this way to the south of the village. And there's a girl in danger. A bunch of mushrooms are after her. Once you defeat the mushrooms, oh, please take this girl to Wendell and see Bogard. He will take care of the rest. Hassan! Hassan! And Hassan passed away, so we lost Willy and this girl lost Hassan. Oh no, don't leave me, Hassan. I'm looking for that Bogard, too. Why don't you come with me? Oh, can I? Draven, I can't leave you here, all alone. I am Draven. Call me Badger. And now she's like our NPC character who follows us around with us. Different NPCs we're going to get throughout the game. Most of the NPCs will fight, but Badger doesn't fight. But she does something else. She heals you. You can get each of your NPCs to do some ability when you pull the start menu, and you have an ask command, and that lets them use their special ability. Hello, young man. Welcome to Topple. And we'll pull that up in a little bit here. The old man by the waterfall is such a weirdo. He used to be a gallant knight. I wonder if he was a Gemma knight, but not anymore. Doglo is looking for a girl, I heard. Uh-oh. Do you know a girl with the secret of the tree of mana? We know of one girl, Badger here. Maybe she's it. Here's an inn like all RPGs. You stay at the inn and it will heal your magic point and hit points to full. But we're not going to waste our money on that because we can just ask Badger and she'll heal us. Hello, young man. Welcome to Topple. Dokula is so cruel. I can't stand it anymore. So to the left is an item shop. To the right is a weapon and armor store. We're going to want to buy an iron helmet, so we're going to have to get a little bit more gold. And there's a glitch that we can do to get a lot of defense from that iron helmet, more than we're normally supposed to get. And I'll show that off in a little bit. First you got to get the money. And here we can buy some stuff. Eventually we'll be able to buy another item here called the Mattock. But they don't want you to, in order to get the first Mattock, you have to see Bogard, so they don't really want you to sequence break. But after we talk with Bogard and he gives us his Mattock, the Mattocks will be available in all item stores like that. Tree of Mana is watching us from above the clouds. Above the waterfall. So, it's protecting us from evil things, like the Dark Lord. So let's head on outside. And the game is kind of like Zelda in the sense that you're kind of constrained in where you can go, and usually you have to find different items to open the way forward. Not necessarily just in dungeons, but in the overworld as well. So like the first thing, eventually, we're locked in this area by this cave that we need a mattock to break the boulder that's blocking the cave. Later on we'll be blocked by these plants that we need a sickle to cut through. And then there's going to be some times where we need a chain sickle, whatchamacallit, a flail to cross gaps. So here's that ask command. If you have an NPC follow you, you can use your ask command and they will tell you something or do something special. So what Badger does is she casts like a restore spell on you and you gradually regain hit points. So as you can see, for a few seconds, maybe like 7 seconds or so, your character will gradually gain hit points back. And there's no limit to how many times you can ask her. So yeah, she's just basically a free heal. So that'll definitely help us out as we're trying to get that money we need, the 140. So we gotta level up here. So we're going to choose stamina again here, just because the higher we get stamina at the beginning, the more hit points we'll get at the end. And like I said, we can afford to take 2 levels of stamina before we have to start rotating power and wisdom to get max stats, 99 and everything. So that's what we'll be obviously going for. But if you don't want to grind up to level 99 and say you just want to make a magic caster, you just choose wisdom all the time. If you want to make a strong physical fighter, you would just keep choosing power all the time. But since I'm going for a balanced approach, I'll be rotating now from now on power and wisdom. You always get will no matter what you choose, so that you don't have to worry about that being ever picking that. Same thing with stamina. After this, we'll get stamina 1 at each level, So, now going down to the south here, we get to this area here we saw. To the left is where we started, 2 screens over. Enemies can drop stuff. Most enemies have 1 drop. Some enemies have no drops. Other enemies have 2 drops. And those drops are usually like an item or a piece of equipment. If you have full inventory, you're guaranteed to get the equipment item. That's the way you can farm the best equipment in the game. So, but I'll go over that when we get to that point. That will be for a while. For the most part here, these enemies here, they're just going to be dropping the candy, which like I said is a weak healing item. It restores 8 hit points when you eat it. To equip the candy, you basically press the start button, go to your item screen, and select it by tapping double A, and then it'll appear next to your weapon. Excuse me, I'm looking for a man named Bogard. I don't know anything. Go away. After talking for the 3rd time, he notices the pendant on Badger. That's the pendant of mana. My mother gave me this. Are you the Gemma Knight? Yes. It was when Vandal was trying to conquer the world with the power of mana. So Vandal used to be the old empire, but apparently it was defeated by the Gemma Knights. We fought against them to retrieve peace. But we were losing. The power of mana was too strong. But there was a lady who assured our victory. That lady had that pendant on her chest. So it's like history is repeating itself. Seems like this girl is the key for this time. And this guy is going to give us the mattock in the next room. If we tried to go in that room earlier, just that the door was locked, wouldn't open, go to the cave on the east side of this mountain. Use the mattock to break the rocks in the cave. See Sibba in the town called Wendell. He knows more. That's what Hassam told us to go to Wendell. And now that once we got the first mattock from the shop here, now that that opens up that the mattocks will be available in item shops. So that way, if we mattocks are a 7-use item. If you use it 7 times, then it breaks and you got to buy a new one. So if you, for some reason, use all your mattocks up before you break the boulder blocking your progress, you're not soft locked. The game doesn't soft lock. You will just have to go to the item store and buy new mattocks. So as you can see there, I went to my item screen, tapped double A to put the candy on the thing, and now the candy is set for my B button. So if I press the B button, I'll use that piece of candy. If I use the mattock, put that on the B button slot, your character will swing a mattock. Now, it won't use the use of the mattock unless you hit something. You can hit an enemy, you can hit a pot, you can hit a rock, but those are the only things that will like knock down your counters of your mattock. So you can just stand there and swing your mattock like pointlessly, and you won't have to worry about its durability. But when it hits something, that loses its durability. Got these bunnies, these rabbits that are hopping around. Like Zelda, you can kind of you can attack enemies from below. Your sword goes up through like a block, one tile, so you can from below you can stab up through like the river or through blocks or like bushes or something like that. So it's one way to take advantage of the terrain. I'm pushing that mushroom around a little bit there because I'm strong enough that he can't hurt me with physical damage by touching his body. And that's probably because I took so much stamina. So, but now I'm going to rotate from now on, rotating stamina and wisdom, and that'll guarantee that I get the 99 and all my stats when I max out my level. Not that you realize the need to max out your level to beat this game, but I'll do it for the bonus episode. So we're going to head back to Topple Town. We're going to buy that iron helmet now that we got the first, we got that 140 gold that we need. So the best place for gold is those goblin monsters. They give you 3 gold. So yeah, when we defeat this mushroom, we'll see we only get 1 gold. Now with this guy, we'll get 3. We'll go up to 218 to 221. So that's the best thing for grinding gold. We're going to go to Topple here, and we're going to buy a new helmet. Helmets and armor give you defensive power. Shields don't. Shields are kind of like Zelda shields, where the stronger the shield, the more different projectiles you can block. So right now you can just block like knives and rocks. Eventually we'll get an iron shield and I can block fireballs, and so forth and so on. So what we have to do here to do this glitch is we have to equip the iron helmet, and then we take the bronze helmet and move it over to one side to the right. And you can do this with other equipment, but it just really works out really nice with the bronze helmet. So we're going to press select, and we can save our game at any time. And then we hit A, B, select, and start at the same time, and that resets the game. Once we reset the game, we're going to go into our equip menu here, and we're going to equip that bronze helmet again. But rather than give us 2 defense, it gives us 11. So that's going to basically make us almost invulnerable for a real long time. We won't be able to get a better helmet that gives more than 11 defense for a while. So it's a good way to get super powerful equipment at the beginning here. And we'll need it because we got some adventuring to do on our next episode. Take care, have a good one, see you then, bye.